Immediate guard pull by Gabi. Of course, we've seen Gabi on Enyo twice before, on Enyo 2 and 3, where she took on Violet Bennett on Enyo 2, and then, of course, on Enyo 3 took on Joanna Divina for the title, where it was a very close match, but she did indeed win the decision victory.
Now, I feel like Gabi at the moment is where Sula wants to be.
Yes, I was just thinking that. Gabi knows that Sula wants to be in the guard. She's so dangerous from inside of the guard.
Yeah, we saw a lovely mirror lock from
Yes,
Sula.
we did. Or a twisting arm lock, as I'm rebranding it. Isn't like that could also include an Americana Kimura, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Twisting arm bar?
I don't know, just twisting twister.
Twisting
Twisting
twister?
twister.
Oh, I don't know. That's not descriptive, really.
Oh no, it's a twister.
That's the twister. It's a completely different technique.
Why do you keep saying that word now?
Gabi Schuck looking to try and get exposure on these arms. Sula's got to be very careful when she stands here not to expose anything.
Again, we've seen a lot of close guard, and Gabi's trying to work her way up, but actually Sula's like, she's got long arms and she's opening up to stop Gabi coming over the shoulders, but actually Gabi's managed to climb up and like get her legs locked.
Technical guard work. On her back is Gabi Schuck.
Yeah, it's interesting because Gabi is using this this body lock, which Sula is really quite known for.
Yeah, I mean, but Sula's got super long legs. You wouldn't expect Gabi to be able to do this.
No.
But she is. I guess because Sula is quite long, she's able to get into this position. I'm not a huge fan of this, but when you get into such a high position, you see a lot of people lock off this guard triangle position from low down, and you think it's just not worth the effort. But when you can lock off high, it can really get that compressive strength on the upper body there, start to bring those elbows towards the center.
For sure. And you know, Gabi, the way that she fights, it's she's so composed, and I've not seen her like ever rush and make mistakes. She's very calculated.
Yes.
And yeah. Interesting fighter. Technical.
Yeah, Gabi is an incredible athlete, a great fighter, great competitor. And you're absolutely right, just absolutely composed at all times. Here she's going into a sort of rubber guard position there as she has that overhook. She's trying to take advantage of it. So framing underneath the neck, going for a sneaky peek at a Nogi Ezekiel from inside off her back and guard there, which would be quite something.
So we've got 6 minutes left. I mean, we haven't had any submission attempts, but I can imagine Sula's becoming quite frustrated in this guard.
Yes. I mean, you have to think in terms, of course, this match, unlike our teams matches, is going to be judged. There is going to be a winner one way or the other. It is judged on the Grapplefest style judging criteria, which is going to be primarily for submission attempts. So right now, despite not really getting any super deep, you've got to give it to Gabi for just being the, of course, she pulled guard early, and you can't really go for many submission attempts. I mean, this might be the closest you can. But she's got to be careful not to expose that arm in doing so. But yeah, Sula Mae is going to have to open this guard somehow and get to a pass position almost certainly in order to have any chance of getting off some submission attempts of her own. Must be very frustrating.
Yeah. She's managing to get the, oh, there we go. She's stood up, which is going to put some pressure on Gabi's legs. Gravity is against Gabi, but then Gabi's just managed to bring her back down again.
back into this body triangle position from the guard. Looks like she has an overhook on that left-hand side now. She might be trying to work for inside position. I wonder whether, I mean, if Sula's not careful, she might find herself victim to the same submission, that mirror lock.
I was going to say, Gabi's playing at her own. Gabi's playing her own game.
Possibly. That's the beauty of this position is Sula doesn't want to have her arm, her elbow on the floor there. But when you have this tight, strong position, if you're not careful when pulling it out, you can put it through this really dangerous position where you end up getting mirror locked.
Yeah. And potentially, you know, pulling it out the way that Sula did there as well, you're exposing yourself to the omoplata as well.
Oh,
It's
little
so
hip
dangerous.
bump there. Almost getting the sweep to mount.
Potentially, kind of looks like she's maybe hunting for the Kimura. I'm not sure.
Sula trying to put all the pressure she can within this closed guard.
Yeah, looking for like
And
a Sao Paulo pass.
Yeah. I mean, she's putting loads of pressure, but unable to break this solid guard position from Gabi Schuck.
I mean, it's interesting. We saw Sula had weighed in at 64 kilograms, which is actually a bit lighter. I know she's just fought at the AJP Worlds, and I think she had to cut some weight for that. So she's actually a little bit lighter than she usually is. So I wonder how much that has to play in her ability to crush Gabi down.
I mean, I imagine not too much, just considering how this match is going. I mean, Sula has not, with the exception a little bit of that sequence that we just saw, Sula is really struggling to try and open the legs, and she's still got plenty of time to do it. She's got just well, bang on 3 minutes right now, but she's really going to have to work to open this guard and to escape from this guard position to really stand any chance of taking this victory. And as I say that, the deepest submission attempt that we've had so far, Gabi Schuck, just the patience paying off.
Yeah.
Almost over 7 minutes inside, and she's into a triangle position. I think this is going to be over. This is such a deep, strong triangle position here. Sula doing everything she can to try and alleviate the pressure through the neck. Is it going to be enough?
Mounted triangle now. This is not good for Sula, but she's managing to like twist
She's
herself
surviving
around.
in here,
Yeah.
which is more than I can say for most people, including myself. I mean, the angle is just perfect. Gabi's got to be thinking right now, how is she not tapped? I'm thinking it. You're watching at home thinking it. Everyone in the room's thinking it. This triangle is about as perfect as you get. Gabi going with the adjustment here. Being patient on the finish. 2 minutes left. And Sula still trying to pressure through. She's got the knee to the ground. She wants to drive that left knee of Gabi to the floor to alleviate some pressure and then drive through it. But you can see how Gabi's underhooked that arm, stopping her from doing so, increasing the angle for this finish. I mean, this resistance to this choke is quite unbelievable.
I mean, this is certainly a convincing submission.
That might be the understatement of the entire night there, Vanessa.
I
think this might count as a submission attempt.
I think the judges might score this one in Gabi's.
I think you're right. Referee even checking to see whether Sula is still conscious. I'm thinking the same thing, but I mean, she is. You can see her moving. She's still trying to defend. It is quite unreal.
Yeah.
And that's the clapper for a minute left in this match. All one-sided, especially since getting into this triangle position for Gabi. I wonder whether she's thinking the only opportunity I'm going to get to really finish this possibly is to switch to an arm. She's not willing to open the legs in order to risk the pass by doing so. I think she's quite happy to sit here for another 35 seconds and get an almost certain decision victory.
I mean, the way Sula's turning, I mean, it's this kind of bringing her shoulder out, which for the triangle submission, you know, you really kind of need to hide that shoulder in order for it to be nice and tight, right? But
well, this position here is the escape position. You know, she has that elbow on the floor, and that does change the angle enough. What we've seen is Gabi's angle is slowly changed off of the ideal position. This is not a strong position as we saw early on, so almost certainly Sula will be able to survive for the final couple of seconds. And there it is. We are going to go to a judge's decision here. There is going to be absolutely no surprise. There's going to be absolutely no surprise to which direction this decision is going to go in. And here is that triangle.
And the winner of this super fight, round number 2, by judges' decision, is Gabi Schuck.